You may be wondering why I'm wandering around with these earmuffs on my head. I've got the tractor over here, so I always like to wear earmuffs in a tractor, except if it's a John Deere. They're about the quietest tractors around, I reckon. I'll tell you what, we're cooking today, we're going really, really good. So we might have a bit of an early afternoon, duck down the road and get some fish and chips for tea, I reckon. I like chewing on these wattles, but if we can get them down along this fence line, that'll be a bonus. Oh, God knows where they've gone now. So, two of them are here having a drink. No, there's the other one. So we've got three of them here having a drink. Now I need to get them up into the corner of the fence line before these others come along. Righto, so that job's done, the fence is repaired until we pull it down and put a new one up. So let's get on to the next job, eh? So Tassie has a long history of growing potatoes. We're best known for growing pink eye potatoes in this state of Australia. Potatoes have been grown here since 1803 when Lieutenant Bowen first put a crop in over at Risdon Cove. And then by 1928 we were growing about 100,000 tonnes of potatoes in the state, and it's just grown and grown and grown. But pink eyes are what we're best known for. It's our traditional potato. We like to think of pink eyes as our own, and most people with a garden would be putting them in at this time of year or just a little bit later on for their Christmas dinner. It's a traditional vegetable for Christmas dinner for us here in this state. So let's just have a quick look at the potatoes that we'll be planting this year. The Kennebec, the King Edward, absolutely sensational, but a little bit hard to get here in Tassie. And of course the good old pink eye that we all like. And let me give you a warning, if there's one thing that makes a Tasmanian angry, it's when you say pink eyes aren't purely Tasmanian. So I did mention before what we use while we're planting, and before we plant the potatoes, we use the dynamic lifter. We put that down the rows. It's just pelleted chook poo, aged, and it's really good stuff. We put it on in the furrow before we plant, and we also put it on once or twice depending how the plants look as they're growing. We also put some potash on. We put that on about when they're half grown, and again, more importantly, as they start to get the buds on them, because that's when the tubers underneath the plant start to form, when you start to get those buds. And you put the potash down the side of the row and you apply water. It's the best time to water potatoes because the water then plumps the potatoes out and makes them bigger. So in here we've got our pink eye seed that I saved from last year. And as you can see, they're starting to get shoots on them. Right, so when we put them in, you put them in by hand, just drop them in the furrow there, or if you're doing it with a plough or with a planter, it comes along and covers the soil over them. So it'll probably cover the soil over them, maybe say around that far, 3 or 4 inches above the potato. But the thing is, as the potatoes grow, the young ones, they actually grow above the seed, and they'll grow that far above the seed, get bigger and poke through the soil. So that's why we do what we call mounding. We bring 2 discs or 2 moldboards down the side of the furrow, and it throws the dirt over like it's covered up like that when it's planted. And we do that 2 or 3 times during the growing season. So you end up with the soil not only that high, it ends up about another foot higher probably, and we only have probably 6 inches of plant growing above the mounded soil. Okay, so we've got those in the furrows. We've just got to close the furrows over now. I've actually run out of the pink eyes that I grew myself. So what we're going to do now is put some Kennebec potatoes in. So I think we've done a reasonable job. I've only had to kick dirt over a couple. Here's a couple more. But as I said, you need to be pretty precise with your tractor if you're just using a 1 furrow plough to cover them up with. So we've got all of this in now, and as I said, this will last us 12 months, a 12-month supply of potatoes for the house. The commercial crop will go in a couple of weeks' time in another area, and we'll show you that. But very happy with the way these went in, and the next time you'll see them, you'll be seeing potato plants coming up through the ground. So if you've got any questions about what we do, how we grow them, or you want to ask why we do something, feel free to comment down below, or if you just want to say hello, do that as well. Okay, well that's just about got that done. I'll head off home now. And that's it for another episode, so thank you for joining us. Please subscribe to our channel so you get all of our videos that we're going to post over spring and summer. And take care, we'll see you next time.